Hello, friends. This is Chandrakant from Akulmac Technologies, and welcome to Top Rise. Today, I would like to draw your attention to the major news which happened in the morning. By click of a button, our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, inaugurated our India's first undersea cable, which connects the mainland India with Andaman and Nicobar Island. The whole objective of this program was to provide broadband services into the island that we have, which is like almost like 3,000 kilometers, 2,700 and odd, up to 3,000 kilometers away from the mainland of India. And it is also one of the major port, also a naval base. So, it was so important because rest of India is already covered in 4.5G in terms of bandwidth, but Andaman needed that. And in today's technology, the best way to do that is laying a fiber cable and start communication between two ends using the light or laser. So, why this is so important? As you know that in the current century, the data will be the new gold, or data will be the new petroleum. So the data speed is absolutely essential for any country or a country like India to succeed and to become big economically and also otherwise. So we have to ensure that we follow the faster data, and we have to also provide connectivity to each and every citizen of India. So this is the first step, but let me take you on a tangent today by giving another piece of information what is going on in the world. And if you remember, recently SpaceX has been in the news for conducting the first manned flight, and two astronauts went to space, came back safely, and there was a splashdown or touchdown or splashdown, whatever you want to call it. I think so. This is a remarkable feat. The CEO of SpaceX, Elon Musk, the famous Google guy or the internet guy, whatever you want to call him, SpaceX is his enterprise, his company, and he is coming out with a new innovation. So while the world is looking at Huawei or not looking at Huawei, talking about 5G, etc., we the Reliance Jio in India is trying to come out with their own version of 5G. But here is Elon Musk. He's thinking in such an innovative way, and his program is called Starlink. So in today's video, I would like to introduce you what Starlink is all about. So Starlink is basically, uh, number of satellites which cover the Earth. And why the satellites are better than a fiber cable? Because as some of the science students would know that the light travel with the speed of light, which is the fastest speed in vacuum. So if it flows through a medium like water or glass or something, it reduces this, the light speed comes down. So we already know by way of many experiments that the light's speed in glass is 40% less than the light speed in vacuum. So the best way to communicate using light or laser in space is the fastest way to communicate. So, as it is, if we are actually using light as a way of transmission, or laser light as way of transmission, that is the fastest way. It is even faster than fiber cable. So, if we have point A to point B, and when we send signal, so suppose between India and Andaman Nicobar, we send signal, there will be a lag and the speed drop of 40% between mainland and Andaman Nicobars. And within India, because India is a very large country, from south to north, if there is a cable which interconnects both areas, there is always a lag, there is always a delay in transmission of the data and the signal. The delay is not significant, but it could become significant if there are applications like stock exchange where even every millisecond counts, the banking system where every millisecond counts. So the transaction has to happen, and the ramification, the impact of delay could be catastrophic, could be disaster. So therefore, we have to ensure that the delay is reduced, and hence this is one mechanism where we replace the fiber optics using laser lights. But we cannot replace the fiber optics using with a laser light on Earth. We have to go to the space. So the company, which is SpaceX, Elon Musk company, they have done a lot of analysis. They have said that if there is a satellite which is at 550 kilometers above the surface of the Earth, then uh, the speed of light can be maintained, and this satellite can cover certain areas. So I'll come to that in a moment. But the whole point is that you send satellite, which are low cost satellite, which will have only transmitters, the solar array to generate power, and some sort of engine to dislodge them in case of any emergency, so that they can be safely removed and replaced in future. So as per the estimate of this system, which is called Starlink system, it will have the ability to provide the broadband to each and every human being on the face of Earth, because they are transmitting from space. And the system is even faster than if you put a satellite. Like, a lot of countries have put their satellites in geostationary orbits, which are like 36,000 kilometers from the Earth. It's quite a distance. There is obviously there is a lag in the signal, and in fact, the fiber optics is faster than using the current day technology, satellite technology. So what Elon Musk is talking about, the satellite must be cheap. They should be plenty in number. They should be easy to launch. The launching vehicle, launching system should be cheap, and they should be able to cover a lot of human beings. So this Starlink system, if you do little research like I've done, you will find that there will be, as per the SpaceX estimate, 12,000 satellites are required to cover the entire globe. And these are going to cost very low, and will provide at very, very low cost broadband services to each and every human being on the face of the earth. And as I said, from the technology standpoint, it will have multiple transmission antennas. It will have very small machinery, because it is all based on transmission using lasers. So it will have laser generators. The laser can be generated, which is again low power, using the solar arrays. And it will have a krypton thruster. So krypton is a gas. They will use krypton thruster to dislodge the satellite in case they need to replace it, or in case if it is trying, if something goes wrong with the satellite, and it crashes on Earth. And one very important aspect about the system is all the satellites would be made of such a material that upon re-entry into Earth, 95% of the satellite material will get burned up. So it's going to be very safe. So first of all, using the krypton thrusters, you can aim them in the right direction. You don't have to see that a satellite is going to crash on uh, somebody house and all that, destroy it. So you can actually direct it in a no man's land, and at the same time, 95% of the material which will be used to prepare these satellites would get burned up in space. Now, once these satellites are in orbit at exactly 550 kilometers above Earth's surface, all of these satellites' trajectory will be controlled by uh, a tracking software, which will ensure the health of these satellites. So, because it's software, it's not going to be very expensive machinery. It can be controlled from Earth. And the software will also ensure that since all of these satellites are rotating around the Earth at the height of 550 kilometers in different orbits, they also have an anti-collision system. It should not happen that the satellites collide with each other while they are in their orbit. So this is as far as this system is concerned. Let's look at the light as a mode of communication. As we know, in our home, in the broadband, there's a cable, which is a fiber cable that comes to our house, and from there it gets into Wi-Fi. So this is the current day technology, and the next wave is 5G, where uh, the lights, the microwave of the signals from the tower will get into sort of a beam, and it's a different topic altogether. But whole thing is that in 5G, it's a next level where these beams are not transmitted in the atmosphere; they are just concentrated into a very strong microwave beam and then transmitted directly into your home. So that is why 5G is a game changer. But Starlink is going to even beat the 5G in terms of speed, because 5G again would require a fiber cable to come to your house from some point. So the data, when it travels in space, it will be faster. So all these satellites will be interconnected using light. So they will transmit from point A when when the signal goes to the satellite, it will go in the form of light, and then within the satellite they will transmit within each other. So this transmission will be faster. It will be exactly in vacuum, so it will be faster than what it would be on Earth. So it is much faster than the cable. It is estimated to be fast 40%, almost 70% faster than the current day technology of using fiber cable. Because so far the human race knows the fiber cable is the best way of transmitting our data. The satellites will also use the non-moving parts. They use a very complex radar, which is also called phase array radar, which will use the natural tendency of these waves to interfere with each other, and thus it will create signal. So they can actually point the signal where they want, which part of the earth they want to go the signal, without any moving part. So these radars will be quite advanced, very low cost, but at the same time quite advanced and new tech. Now each of these satellites will transmit on earth in a cone. The signal will be like a cone, and the angle of the cone would be about 81 degrees. So when they are at 550 kilometers above the surface of the earth, technically they can cover an area of 500 kilometers on earth. So one satellite can cover up to 500 kilometers, and whoever in that area has a receiver can become part of the network or the internet. So the system, as I said earlier, the Starlink system uses a software which uh, covers the Earth. So each satellite, the software will also ensure that at any point in time, there one area would be covered by at least uh, four satellites, so that there is continuity of the signal. The signal will never go down, because satellites are rotating around Earth, but at any point in time there will be multiple satellites on single area. That is why there is a requirement of 12,000 satellites up in the space, and they will ensure that at any time the four satellites are interconnected with each other. So they are managing one particular type of data, so that while the data is coming very fast using lasers, at the same time there is continuity, because satellites move out and they keep transmitting like a relay race. They keep changing their signal. So if one satellite move from this area to other, there will be one more coming in here, and at any point in time there will be four satellites catering to one area of 500 kilometers. So there will be automatic switching happening between satellites, and this is will be controlled completely using earth stations, using smart tracking softwares, and so on. So this is going to be very fast system, going to be very low cost. You don't have to lay expensive cable under the ocean. You don't have to have a router in your home. You don't have to lay cable across the length and breadth of your city. It will all come from the sky, and it will be wireless. So how people will use this system? Basically, they'll have to just get a receiver, put it on the roof of the house, and then all the devices get connected to that receiver. Now, the beauty of the system is that since this receiver is very low cost, and it is being provided information through the satellites, it can be mobile also. So you can Any individual can buy this receiver for his personal or official use, put it on the house, or also put it on his car or a truck and move around with it. So, say for example, if you're living in a house and you're going on vacation, you can take your receiver with you. So you will never go out of internet wherever you are. This system is so remarkable. It promises every human being to be connected to the internet because you don't have to lay cables anywhere, wherever, whichever part of Earth you are. And even after interconnecting every human being on Earth, there will be plenty of bandwidth available. And the system will be at least 40% faster than the fastest system available today. So, in terms of cost saving, SpaceX has already designed these satellites, already had two launched, where they have successfully launched certain satellites and testing is going on. They have their own launching system, which is Falcon 9 rocket, tested. Even they had manned mission also recently. So this is very efficient launching system. It is almost 70% cheaper than NASA. So we have to see whether ISRO systems are cheaper or Falcon 9 systems are cheaper. That is something that is debatable. We will discuss on in some other day. But SpaceX, being a private organization, has their own system. They have their own satellite. They have figured out the whole method, and this is promising. Starlink is such a big promise that it is going to offer faster speed than 5G itself, and the whole transmission is based on light waves, which is not harmful to any living thing, to humans, to animals, to plant life. Unlike 5G, which concentrate the microwaves, very high frequency microwaves, into beams. So this could cause some problem, and Starlink does not. So even if some country decide to go on a 5G from 4G to 5G, a country like India, if India decides to migrate from 4G to 5G, the cost of laying new cable is estimated to be in the range of almost 200 billion US dollars. It is a huge sum, and it's not easy to migrate from 4G to 5G. Whereas if you look at the Starlink system, the total cost of Starlink system launch and the cost of satellite, which is estimated to be about 300,000 per satellite, is not more than $10 billion. So you see, with $10 billion, you are able to interconnect each and every human being with plenty of bandwidth available. And then if you migrate from 4G to 5G, the cost will be humongous. So I think this is very exciting information I'm giving viewers. I think all we have to do is wait and watch what happens next, because SpaceX also is trying to colonize Mars. So they want to launch this system, make it available at very low cost for everyone, provide internet, which has been the holy grail. Even if somebody says I will get the entire world covered with 5G, they can only have 50% coverage. 50% of the world population will still go without internet. Whereas Starlink offers or promises to offer 100% coverage and at a low cost. So I think this is quite exciting. We have to see why I'm covering this topic today, because we as India laid the first undersea cable today, which was inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi. And I wanted to interconnect these two things because, India being a large consumer market and a lot of internet users, who knows what happens today. So this is something which I wanted to bring to your notice. Do write to me and I will respond to you in the quickest possible manner. And I'll find some other interesting subject to talk to you. Until then, bye-bye.